Good morning, welcome. A mantra from Kena Upanishad. The other day we had the first one of the first chapter, now it's the second one. It was a question. The very word Kena means by whom or by what. And now some answer comes by the teacher. First we chant. Om Shrotrasya Shrotram Shrotrasya Shrotram Manasom Mano Yad Manasom Mano Yad Vacho Havacham Vacho Havacham Saupranasya Prana Saupranasya Prana Chakshushash Chakshur Chakshushash Chakshur Atimuchya Dhira Atimuchya Dhira Pretiyasmal Lokad Pretiyasmal Lokad Amrita Bhavanti Amrita Bhavanti. I will take a whole line at a time. Shrotrasya Shrotram Manasom Mano Yad Shrotrasya Shrotram Manasom Mano Yad Vacho Havacham Saupranasya Prana Vacho Havacham Saupranasya Prana Chakshushash Chakshur Atimuchya Dhira Chakshushash Chakshur Atimuchya Dhira Pretiyasmal Lokad Amrita Bhavanti Pretiyasmal Lokad Amrita Bhavanti. And together. Shrotrasya Shrotram Manasom Mano Yad Vacho Havacham Saupranasya Prana Chakshushash Chakshur Atimuchya Dhira Pretiyasmal Lokad Amrita Bhavanti. This is the rule. Once you have the rhythm firmly, that you feel it and it makes sense to you, whatever the rhythm is, it is a given. Then you can have simple melody or expand on that, change that, but the rhythm cannot be changed. You can go slower or faster. You can break it here and there, make a little pause or repeat something. Those are all allowed, especially in our system where it's always alternating. Our Guru taught this way. He didn't just chant for us, he chanted with us. We had to follow. And that is the oral tradition, naturally. How will you learn the sound except by sound? So melodies will be many. And styles also. Our style is simple. Om Shrotrasya Shrotram Manaso Mano Yad Shrotrasya Shrotram Manaso Mano Yad Vacho Havacham Saupranasya Prana Vacho Havacham Saupranasya Prana Chakshushash Chakshur Atimuchya Dhira Chakshushash Chakshur Atimuchya Dhira Pretiyasmal Lokad Amrita Bhavanti Pretiyasmal Lokad Amrita Bhavanti. So sound and meaning go together, and feeling also should go together. But by analyzing, you get some knowledge. What does it mean, of course? Shrotrasya. The word is shrotra or shrotram, the ear or the hearing. Ear is usually signifying the physical organ made of atoms and molecules and tissues and all that. Nerves are involved. Hearing is more like the function of the ear, but it means both. Shrotrasya, of the ear, shrotram, shrotram, the ear of the ear, the ear of the ear. Whatever that means, let us see. There's further phrases like that. Manaso is manasah, of the mind. Mano is manah, the mind of the mind. Yet that which is understood. That which is the real ear behind this ear, of this ear. That which is the mind of this mind. What enables it to think, what enables the ear to hear. This Upanishad is discussion of that. Vacho is vacha. Vach or vak is speech. Ha, indeed, it's an emphasizer. Vacham. Vacham is the speech of speech. What is behind our speech? That was the question in the first verse. So here it says sa. It does not give it a name. That one. It is something or somebody quite different from the organs and the functions of the organs. That which enables our senses to perceive, etc., and our mind to think. It just says sa. You have to understand is some word like Atman, the I am, which is pure consciousness. Without consciousness, nothing would be going on. An unconscious person literally cannot know anything and cannot do anything. And further, Sa-u, that one indeed. Pranasya prana is the life of our life. The breathing of our breathing. What is behind, underneath, within, and beyond. All of it. Chakshusha, chakshur. Chakshusha made a sandhi. The sha comes because of meeting with a cha sound. Chakshur is chakshuh. So the eye of our vision, the real eye of the eye. How to do it in English, how to do it in any language. So that's simple, as it says, the ear of the ear, the mind of the mind, the speech of the speech, the life force of our life force, the real eye behind our eyes. That is separate. It is that pure consciousness that is understood. It will be discussed further. Atimuchya. Now, what about transcending all of that plane? Much is to release, to let go. Atimuch, to release and go beyond, transcend the plane of the senses. Now, the entire universe, we know it only through our senses and our thinking mind, making calculations, etc., conclusions. Science does that. So the entire universe is involved with our senses. If there were no senses, we wouldn't know there is a universe. So transcending all that entire plane. Dhiraha, the wise ones. Who is called wise in these scriptures? The wise ones. Let us see. Pretya asmat. Pretya asmat. They melted together. Lokat. Pretya means after moving on. First you renounce something, transcend something, then what? You move on. Asmat lokat, from this world of the senses. That includes our body, senses, thinking mind, ego, all of it. Moving on, moving beyond this world. These wise ones, dhira, amrita bhavanti, they become immortal. They became immortal, they become immortal, they will become immortal. But can you actually become immortal as you are? This is a recurring sentence in the Upanishads, in those ancient Upanishads. Amrita bhavanti. That which is mortal cannot become immortal. That's not what it means. Logically, that's not what it could mean. That which is immortal is already immortal. So language fails you there. Except you should realize this. This is the verb, bhavanti. And bhava, bhava, means both to be and to become, according to the need or the context. So they realize they're their soul, not the body-mind, and they're already immortal. Realizing means feeling it. That makes all the difference. Knowing it, it is a beautiful philosophy. I prefer this philosophy over any other. It tells me I'm not just the body-mind, I am immortal spirit. And I want to feel that. And the wise ones, they know how to do. Detach, so you can attach to the higher, to the highest, why not? So then you feel your immortality, then that is called, they become immortal. Whatever you truly feel and experience, that's who you are, not what it looks like on the outside. The body may look the same. Unenlightened ones will not even feel a difference. Who knows? Who knows? What am I to talk here? But the person, the wise one, will feel their spirit. We call it the I am, and it is defined as the pure consciousness, seemingly affected by what goes on in the body, mind, and the world around us, but not really. By feeling our real nature, unchanging, eternally blissful, because there's no bondage. There's absolute freedom. That plane exists, but to experience it, we have to start moving towards it with our mind. So studying is absorbing these suggestions that it is not only possible, but it is supposed to be. Our Guru used to call it our birthright, to become free. And why not in this lifetime? Because it'll be one of these lifetimes after procrastinating for infinitely many lifetimes, maybe. We will never quite believe it with a thinking mind, so we need to feed it the right kind of liberating suggestion. These Upanishads are for your liberation, but it is all up to the individual, how much sense you can get out of it, how much sense it makes to you. And then it helps to see the Sanskrit words. Did we do Amrita? There's a root in this word, Amrita. Mri is to die, and it's defined as just to disappear from one place. It doesn't say anything about what happens then. Where do you reappear? Well, of course, the teachings will tell you disappearing in one place means appearing in another place, because both consciousness and energy are eternal. The forms are not, but the essence is. So, Mri is to die. Mrita is died or dead. Negates, so not dead, but in the sense, it expands its meaning in the sense of it cannot die. So then you say immortal. Amrita and immortal, they're similar even from Latin, mrit and mort. So amrita bhavanti, they become immortal. They realize they're already immortal. Let us chant it again. Shrotrasya shrotram manaso mano yad vacho havacham saupranasya prana chakshushash chakshurati muchya dhira pretyasma lokaramrita bhavanti. A translation by our Guru. from the early years of his teachings. It is indeed Atman, the self, that one, as it says, by whose power the ear hears, the eye sees, the tongue speaks, the mind perceives and understands, and the life force, which includes all biological and physiological forces, they all perform their respective functions. The wise ones, understanding this principle, renounce identification with the body, senses, and mind, and transcending this physical plane, become identified with supreme consciousness. Thus, they become immortal and eternal. So the Sa means that one. Here it is equated with the Atman, or I am. In the midst of it all, there is the pure consciousness, which we are. If we feel that, we feel our immortality. Let's just see something for Sanskrit students. You know about Sandhi. When it says manaso, it is manasah, really. And that ah sound is very hard to pronounce. So whenever it's followed by a soft consonant, that goes to o. Manah becomes mano. Vacha becomes vacho. And this is an irregularity because it's pre-classical Sanskrit. So this vacham shouldn't really be there. It's the object case. It should be vak, like the others are subject case. But it says vacham. It can only mean the same thing. The speech behind our speech, that which enables the tongue to speak, etc. Because these are all subjects. What else is there? Some sandhis. Pretya asmat lokat. If you say asmat lokat in your mouth, it may become asmal lokat, makes it easier for flow. Sandhi is for easier flow, not changing the meaning, just easier flow. Important in life, we can learn from sandhi something. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Something to think about and to meditate upon. We are already immortal, but not as the body, mind, ego. That would be a fallacy, a misunderstanding. We are immortal as our soul, which is different already. It's immortal. To meditate on that. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.